Hello everyone, this is Soman Pasari, and in this video we will learn about setup and teardown methods in Python unit test library. So let's begin. This is my Visual Studio code, and these codes or these test cases I have written in the previous video are pretty much the same. So before moving ahead, what the setup and teardown methods do in unit test? So basically, teardown or the setup method runs before every test case gets executed, and teardown executes after your test case gets executed. For example, your setup method, whatever will be there inside, will get executed first, then your test case, that is these things, will get executed, and after that, if you have written down your teardown method, it will get executed. So for understanding it much better, we will write down our first setup method. We'll pass down the instance. Okay, for now I will write the pass just to define everything first, then we will move ahead. Down self. Okay, just for understanding, we will put some print statement just to demonstrate how this work, and what I am saying is correct. Inside the setup method, it will just print it out inside the teardown method. Okay, we will print inside the add number test, and similarly, just to demonstrate, subs number test method. Okay, so while we run this test file, it will first execute this, then this, and afterward it get executed, it will run this, and then it will move on with your further test cases inside the class. Okay, so we are running only the testcalc.py. Okay, I will run it and see. It first execute inside the setup method, then it execute inside the, or it executes the test add number, which prints inside the add number test, and then the teardown, and further it moves, and then again it runs the setup method like this, and then the subs, and then the teardown. So you get the idea how it works. Okay, and then now we have learned that how does this work, and the question is, why do we use it? There can be many cases, but you see here the num equals to 10 variable is getting repeated, right? So what we can do is we can move this code to the setup method. So basically, for the setup method, you can write all the repeating codes, all the code which you have written it down multiple times, and you want that to be executed in all your test cases, or before the test cases gets executed. So you can move these codes to your setup method. Obviously, you have to assign the variable to the instance so that you can access it here. So the self.var1 will be there because it was 10, so I was using this basically like this. So for example, it would have been like this. Now you will remove it and we'll have to use the self.num, not the variable num. Okay, so the variable is get assigned to num, the 10 is getting assigned to variable num before every test case. So it was simply it was simply getting repeated, so we put that whole code into the setup. There can be many cases like you will be mocking data throughout your all the test cases, so you can do that as well. You can define all your mock variables over the setup, and that will work fine. So for testing it, for now we will put down a pass the tearDown method, and we can run that, and everything works fine inside. Okay, so there's no need. So you see the 10 is still getting passed to this, and you don't have to repeat yourself. The concept is dry, do not repeat yourself. And for the tearDown, for example, what you can do, if your test case generates some temporary files, so what you will do, you have to delete it, right? If you have to delete it, or that's not the question. If you want to delete all those temporary files, because it will be generated again and again, if you run again and again, and it will occupy space, and that will be of no use. So what you can do, in the tearDown method, you can delete all those files if it's getting created, or if if the same thing happens on all your test cases. If you can basically put all the cleaning codes over here, tearDown. So that's it. So this was the basic thing, that what is and how we can use setup and tearDown methods in our Python unit test case. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep watching and keep learning. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.